Hi. Hello. Hi, everyone. Hello. Good evening. Balam, 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 balam. Hi. Good evening. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Our guest is here already. Pastor Ruckey is here. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Welcome. Welcome to Talk Mental Health series, IG Live Sessions. You're welcome. I can see Joyce. Please, as you come, just tell us your name and where you're from, where you're joining us from, please, so we can know each other, we can get to know each other. Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Sharon, welcome. 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 Hi. Pastor Ruckey is here already. Okay, let's wait for more people to join us. Sharon, hello. Tell us your name and where you're joining from. Loretta, welcome. Tell us your name and where you're joining from. Tell us your name and where you're joining from. Hello, Joke, I can see you. Welcome. Please tell us your name and where you're joining from. Tell us your name and where you're joining from. And please, I need to know if you can hear me properly. If there are no sounds that will distract you. You know, we usually have network issues. So please let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I need your feedback right now so that today's session would go smoothly. Okay? So if you can hear me and if you can hear me, yes, please let me know. And also tell us your name and where you're joining us from. I'm Adiola Adeyemi, Lagos, Nigeria, from Lagos, Nigeria. Okay? Hi, everyone. Adana. I hope I got your name correctly. Ada. I think Adana. All right. Hi. I need confirmation, please. Can you hear me? Oh, thank you, Ada, for that feedback. Thank you, Air by Bakrin. Thank you for joining. Hello, everyone. Please. Your name and where you're joining from. Thank you, Laura. Your name and where you're joining from, please. Your name and where you're joining from. This is 10 minutes to the session. This is past 5. 10 minutes past 5. Okay. Adania is joining from Anambra. Welcome, Adania. Welcome. Our guest is here already, and I'm going to let her in right away so we can start. Hello, Joyce. Hello. Okay. In our guest for today. Laura is from Ibadan, Nigeria. Welcome, Laura.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, Lady
Hello.
A. My
Hello,
Dr.
Pastor
A.
Ruckey.
How are you doing?
It's so good to see
I know,
you.
right?
Oh my God.
Good to
I'm
be on your
excited.
show.
Wow. I'm
It's good,
happy to see you.
good to be on your show. Thanks for having
Oh,
me.
I'm so happy. Thank you for agreeing to come and, bless a lot of people's hearts today. I know you're a very busy person, and despite your busy schedule, you still honored our invitation. So I really, really want to say a big thank you, Pastor Ruckey, for coming. Thank you, and God bless you.
You're welcome. It's a big pleasure. I'm very honored to be here. Thank you for asking me to come.
All right. Welcome. So we have just 5 people here, so I'm trying to wait for more people to join. I just hope, yes, we have like 5 people. I guess, okay, I think Hami is here. Hami, please introduce yourself and let us know where you're from, where you're joining us from. Palumi is from Ibadan, Nigeria. Day Yusuf is here. Please let us know where you're joining from so that we can meet each other, we get to know each other. I've told you, my name is Adeola Adeyemi. If you're an active follower, you know that I'm from Lagos, Nigeria. So, and we have Pastor Ruckey here. Pastor Ruckey is from Switzerland. So it's a privilege to have her here on the show.
I'm happy to be here. Hi, my people. How is it over there?
Hello, everyone. Please let's say hello to Pastor Ruckey. Please welcome Pastor Ruckey. Guys, please welcome Pastor Ruckey. Please welcome Pastor Ruckey. I hope the network is good, because last week it was Amaka, welcome from Lagos. It was really bad last week.
I can hear you very well.
How? Okay, fantastic. I can hear you as well. All right. We're so glad to have you, Khadija. Welcome from Niger State. Please welcome my guests on this show. Please welcome my guest. Please welcome Pastor Ruckey. Say hello to Pastor Ruckey. Okay. Oh, someone is joining us from Nairobi, Kenya. Wow, fantastic. Sharon, welcome. Welcome to the show. Welcome to today's series. All right. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for welcoming Pastor Ruckey. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Aja. Thank you. Thank you, Ami. Thank you so much. Okay. We're hoping that more people will join as we go. I believe so. Yes. Wow. All right, Pastor Ruckey. Pastor Ruckey has been, I got to know her not quite long, but it seems as if we've known each other for a very long time. And you can imagine how powerful social media has really helped us to connect. I mean, how powerful it is. And, we connected so well. We were able to relate well, like we were seeing each other. I'm so happy. Yes. So she's my sister. She's my mentor. She's my, I look up to her a lot, really. So, Pastor Ruckey has a TV show on Facebook, I think, like Up Now TV program, right? Am I right, Pastor Ruckey?
You're right.
I'm going to allow you to introduce yourself, honestly. I'll allow you to introduce yourself. I'm just trying to, warm up the old thing so that people get to know. Okay. So Pastor Ruckey is a pastor, she's a counselor, she's a legal practitioner. In fact, she's a mentor. She loves women. She loves to help a lot of people with relationship issues. She's so passionate about doing that. And she's an amazing person. So I really, really like the fact that she's here today to speak to us. Most of the time we get to see a lot of ladies join this particular session. So yes, we're all ladies. You are a lady, I am a lady, and most of my followers are probably females, because I get more comments and DMs from females, basically. So yes. So I don't know. I think maybe that's where God is directing me to. Sometimes I wonder why. So
we need to empower the women.
Yes, we need to empower, of course. Women empowerment is good. So yeah, welcome guys to Talk Mental Health series. Today is another day to talk about self-esteem. We've been talking about self-esteem for a while, and it's another time, another opportunity to drive it home to our relationships. Last week we talked about relationships. Today we are bringing it down to marriage, and it's very, very important, because without a good self-esteem, your marriage might have issues. Whether you are the one with the self-esteem issues or your partner is the one with the self-esteem issues, there will definitely be problems if you don't value yourself, if you don't see yourself as good enough, and you're always dependent on your partner for, validations. I'm not saying that is bad, but you need your own internal validation first before you can say, oh, someone else is saying you that way. If not, you'll be so dependent and you may not be able to detach, and there might be issues. Okay, so that's why we are here with the experts in relationships. She's a relationship expert. She has counseled rather a lot of people, and she's coming with a wealth of knowledge to share with us how to undo, issues in our marriages when we have self-esteem problems, how to build, how to overcome, and how to enjoy our marriage while trying to, adjust and do a lot of things. So permit me to introduce you to again, Pastor Ruckey Peniel.
Hey. Woo, 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 woo.
Welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Dr. Adeola. I really, really appreciate you. I appreciate what you're doing. I find it very powerful. I've talked about you to so many people, to my daughters, to my family, to the church, to Hope Now family around the world. I like that you're very passionate about what you do, and
thank you, Ma.
You present mental health, in a very you demystified it. That's the word I would like to use. Just demystified the whole.
Okay, so that's the network issue right there. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you. Continue, Ma.
Okay. I like what you do with mental health. The fact that you demystified. You're a very beautiful person, inside and outside.
You.
So you don't wear the scary
thank you, Ma.
stereotype of a psychiatrist and a psychotherapist. I really, really love and appreciate that about you. I also appreciate that you brought your own experience. You brought the humanity into this.
Yes.
So you're not just coming from the scientific approach, but you're coming with an empathic, approach that, hey, listen, I've had to deal with stuff that concerns mental health as well. So it's not big deal, really. I think that's what I really, really like about you. And I pray that God will magnify your voice and what you do, to go around the world more and more.
Amen.
So guys, it's
Thank you so
wonderful
much
to be here. I love this topic so much. I'm very passionate about it. Because of course it's got to do with relationship, and like you rightly said, I'm very passionate about relationships. So my name is Ruckey Peniel. I'm originally Nigerian, but I've lived abroad in Switzerland, Zurich, Switzerland for I think about 15, 16 years now. I'm married with 3 wonderful kids. I have I have an adult child, and I have 2 younger ones. So yeah, my life is very dynamic. Hope Now TV is just one arm of the Vessels of Hope organization, which is focused on relationships and helping the poor in different continents around the world. So we operate in India, we operate in Nigeria, we operate in Uganda, we operate in Ghana, we operate in the US, in the UK, in Germany, and around. So we do that because I am very passionate about bringing hope to hopelessness. And the reason is that I strongly believe that we are as successful as our relationships. I strongly believe that we're as successful as relationships, and in as much as law, and because as you know, I'm a legal practitioner. Law has tried to bring a lot of I'm trying to translate German to English now. Recht means rightness, into relationships, into human affairs. It still falls terribly short, because that's the whole concept of law, is to bring order and respect, mutual respect between humans. It still falls terribly short. And so that's why I decided to go deeper into my passion of talking to people about relationships, not only from an empirical study or analytical point of view, from normative, what I've gathered from my life, from people's life, and bring that human touch, just like what you do. So self-esteem is at the heart of success or failure. And self-esteem, determines the success of your relationships. Just like I believe that you are as successful as your relationship. So at the heart of success is relationship. At the heart of relationship success is self-esteem, how you see yourself. And I tell people that you attract after your likeness. So whoever you are in a relationship with right now, is because that's who you are right now. You may not admit it, you may not like to say that, particularly if it's an unpleasant relationship and you're feeling, oh, this person is treating me bad, this person is very mean to me, this person, no, you attracted them to the degree of your self-esteem. So that's where you want to start from. That's where I would like us to start from. I don't know if you want us to go directly into talking about the self-esteem, or you have certain highlights or points you would rather talk about. How do you want us to go into this?
You're free to just flow, Pastor
Okay.
Ruckey. Just flow and let the Spirit lead you to the people, really.
Powerful.
You know?
So
Yes,
the
please.
ladies who are married, I'm here for you. For the singles as well, because that's what I thought when I was, meditating and planning this. I realized that really it's always powerful if we can, already prevent wrong marriages. So if you're single and you're watching this, either live or playback, I believe that you've been ordained to watch this, and you will also, be blessed from it. So self-esteem, for you to understand again, Dr. Adiola has been doing a powerful job on this, is definitely, your estimation, your own idea of who you are, how you rate yourself, your abilities, your own self-worth, your confidence or lack of it. That's what your self-esteem. So people can have either low self-esteem or high self-esteem, depending on, who you are and where you're at. And the other point I would like you to know is also that your self-esteem is rooted in how you were raised. That's where it starts from. When a baby is born, the umbilical cord is cut. And once that happens, there's fear. Fear is introduced. Let's look at it from the, empirical and from the natural, not even going into the spirit realm. But the mother and the child were bound for 9 months, and the baby depends on her for everything, emotionally, physically, air, and then the baby's separated. And from that moment on, it starts to scream, starts to have to, flail and make itself known, its needs known. That fear, that dependence, that dependency started from there. And if that child is not, and I don't know, I believe it happens also in Nigeria or in other parts of the world, but in Europe, when you have a baby, the first thing they want to do is get that baby back to the mother's heart. That's the first thing. It doesn't matter if it's cesarean section, whatever kind of birth it is. The first thing, once the baby is coming out, before they clean the baby, before anything, they return the baby right to the mother's heart.
Well, that doesn't really happen here. It's not something that's so common here
I knew I had
in
to say
Nigeria.
that because I believe that God wants someone to know the reason or where their problem started from. So once that happens, there's a deep bonding, or there's a sense of, security a little bit for the baby, that, because the baby's used to the heartbeat anyway for 9 months of the mom. So it's returned to the heart of the mom and allowed to stay there on it until it feels okay, because babies are screaming at that point. So they allow him stay there until it's still and quieter before taking him or her to be cleaned. Now, what that does is saying to the baby, you're going to be okay. And they encourage the mother to talk to the child. You're going to be fine. I wanted you. Now, imagine a baby who was born, I wasn't wanted. All the baby heard during the pregnancy is, oh God, this was a mistake. Or go get the baby out, or whatever. Or the parents are always fighting, or whatever. Babies are very sensitive. We know that to be true scientifically and spiritually. So everyone is born, because we're born into this broken Adamic line, Adamic nature, sinful nature. Everyone is born into some sort of emotional lack in one way or the other. The very best of parents, fall short in this. And that's why I like what you're doing, because more and more people can hear where probably the errors came in the last generation, and we can try, to rectify it. So once that security is returned emotionally, and that baby is raised with that emotional security, you'll notice that such children tend to be very confident. They thrive better, with the stresses of life. They cope better with the stresses of life. A child who comes home fails, and the mom tells him, okay, don't worry, it's going to be fine. You're not a failure. You're gonna do better. We just need to get you maybe more help and everything. And the one who comes home and the mom says, oh, again, your head is so thick.
Always this, you always that.
You know. So it starts from there. The self-esteem starts from a child's self-esteem. An adult self-esteem or lack of it starts from childhood. That is true. Scientifically, spiritually, that is true. Once you know this truth, because that's the first thing I wrote down, that you need to find out if you lack self-esteem, where did it start from? So it could be that you had loving parents, you had affirmative parents, you know, but somewhere along the line, the stresses of life or a trauma happened. Maybe you lost a parent, or a divorce, or sickness, or whatever, disability. There are kids who are born disabled but have very wonderful parents, and we need to, you know, counsel them through, you know, the traumatic experience of rejection and all of that. In this case, it's not the parents' fault, it's just the trauma, you know, a traumatic experience. So you need to find that. That's the first thing about self-esteem that I want any married person struggling, or single person as well. The reason people attract wrong relationship is traceable to their self-esteem, full stop. I've been in countless counseling sessions, hundreds of hours, if not thousands of hours over the years with different couples, and I've come out with this conclusion that at the heart of the human problem is our estimation of ourselves. So I really love this thing you're doing. I love this topic. How you see yourself. No matter how much you failed, if you see yourself as able to bounce back, you will.
Sure. That's true.
No matter how bad of a marriage is, if you believe that I have what it takes, eventually maybe hard work, but I have what it takes to survive this. And I'm not talking of abusive marriages. I always qualify this. I'm not talking of where there's verbal, massive verbal and physical abuse. Then you really need intervention. But I'm talking of where there's character problems between couples, you know, as most 99% of marriages I know have character issues. And it's both of them that are wrong. It doesn't matter if it's one party is 1% or the other person is 99%. Until the 1% takes care of their own issues, they have no moral right to take care of to accuse the other party of the 99%. Because like the Bible says, after your own obedience is complete, then you can take disobedience, you know, into captivity. So that's the most important thing, the foundation I wanted to lay in today's discussion, that you need to go to the root of your self-esteem issues. You need to do the work of how did I become like this? Have I always been like this? If I've always been like this, why? Why? Was I ashamed of my family? Did I come from a poor family? Was I ashamed of it? You know, did I always feel less than? Why do I feel less than? Learn to question yourself. Learn to question your thoughts. What's going on with me? Why do I feel ugly? Or was I told I was ugly? Did I go through sexual abuse as a child? I'd never told anyone, and I feel dirty. I feel useless. I feel jinxed. I feel like, you know, I'm cursed. Why am I feeling this way? Why do I feel less than? Because the truth is, nobody is created less than. We're created as creatures of love and wonder and glory by our Creator. That's the truth. God created every one of us, and He said, we are beautiful, we are good. So if you feel otherwise, it's something in this realm. It's nothing to do with your Creator or you as a creator. It's the conditioning that you need to, you know, find out. Why am I like this? Why? You need to be unafraid to ask this question. It might be painful. It might be painful, but begin to ask, why am I like this? Because married women, one thing I want you to know is that your husband is not your source of self-esteem. Marriage.
That's another point.
Yes. Marriage is not your self-esteem card. I can't begin to tell you how many married people are unhappy 10 years, 20 years. People divorce 25 years on into marriage. And you ask why, and they're like, I don't feel like I'm fulfilling purpose. I don't feel like I'm appreciated. I feel like I've wasted my life. Why? Because the self-esteem, they're expecting their self-esteem from an external factor, even their husband. So women, your self-esteem, and for men as well, your self-esteem is not marriage. You know, I like this biblical reference point that says that it doesn't matter. Jesus said, he said, it doesn't matter if you're married or not in the resurrection. It doesn't matter. Marriage is irrelevant in heaven. And that's the truth that we have to live with. In fact, Apostle Paul said that it's better to be single.
Yes, he mentioned.
Because your marriage is the first test of your character on a daily basis, on an hourly basis. So your character is based on your self-esteem. You cannot love someone else if you don't love yourself. You cannot you can't respect someone else if you don't respect yourself. If you don't feel worthy, you're going to be living a lifestyle of jealousy and envy. You know, I say to people that the most useless emotion I've decided, you know, in my study and course of interaction with people is jealousy and envy. Because you're just saying automatically, I will forever be less than you. And it's sad. It's really sad, because everyone is created with infinite, innate, beautiful qualities that we will keep evolving to realize how awesome we are if we allow ourselves to discover the true hidden gifts in us. But when you are not aware of that, or you don't choose to live with this truth that I am worthy and I am packed, I am full of treasures. I like that scripture also that says that we are treasures in earthen vessel. I may not look like it, but I'm beautiful. I may not sound like it, but I'm beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
I remember when I grew up, maybe someone needs to hear this. I grew up, I was born in Ibadan. I saw somebody join from Ibadan, Nigeria.
Yes, 2 people joined from Ibadan. She's our sister from Ibadan.
Yes.
I didn't want to say that, but thank God you said it.
I call it Ivy City. I was born in Ivy City. And I went to secondary school actually there. And I was very scrawny and skinny, but I was very intelligent. And so I got a lot of envious, you know, feedbacks from people. Oh, she's just skinny and all of that. All she has is her brains. You see,
wow.
I never listened to what people said. I heard. At times it hit me, but my estimation came from, and this is where parental guidance comes, because my father would tell me that you're probably gonna go farther than they do, because they obviously don't see as much as you see. You're very intelligent. He said you can take on the world. And so I would take my father, whom I say just once, maybe in every 3-4 months, because he was in the military. His words were very diamond to me. And I would focus on that I'm intelligent, you see. I mean, I was not a Christian. I didn't know anything about affirmative speaking. I didn't know nothing, but I knew to take only the good report and meditate on it. A lady, you need to hear it. You may be in an mentally abusive or emotionally abusive or verbally abusive marriage, where your husband or your in-laws or people around you or even yourself, you've been able to convince yourself that you're not worthy. Well, you can hear from me and Dr. Adiola today that you're not joining by accident. Your life is worthy, and even the world does not know yet who you are, just like you don't know who you are. And the irony of it is all of these bullies, in one way or the other, volunteer now in our organization. Imagine if I'd listened to them.
Can you imagine?
So you must never let the external stimulation or external factors decide your esteem. A bad marriage, a good marriage does not define you. Marriage does not define you. Please hear me and hear me very well. It does not define you. Marriage is another assignment. Just like being a doctor does not define Dr. Adiola, but a character is what defines her. Being a lawyer, being a pastor, being whatever does not define me. what we are in the physical does not define us. Our status does not define us. Our qualification, our position does not define us. What is in us is what defines us. That's who you are. And if you're able to convince yourself that I'm beautiful, I'm intelligent. I remember my father will see me once every 3 months when he comes. The first thing is fine girl. So to the others, I was ugly. That devil is a lie. Can you imagine, Dr. Adiola?
Wow.
Can anyone say
Can you imagine?
But
Dr. Yabo just mentioned now that thank God for loving and wise fathers. Honestly, the role of parents in a child's life, it can never be overemphasized. You know, the things they say, the way they raise us up and all goes a long way to shaping us, you know.
We never knew what that just one fine girl, he says every once in few months that he comes around, meant to me. But I held it as words of gold. Just like someone needs to hear from me today. Whatever's been said about you is a lie. You're a success. You're not a failure. No matter how much beating down you've experienced in life, no matter how much failure you've experienced in life, you can get right up and win. I'm telling you. If you're going to take the words that we share with you today and really truly see who God made you to be. Anyway, I realized that the greatest people on earth are also the ones who go through the greatest trials.
Sure.
So if you're going through trial, it's already a signal to you that, you know, you're very worthy.
You're meant to be great.
You have a glorious future, right? You have a glorious destiny. So self-esteem is confidence. You need to build it. It's your responsibility, like I was saying. It determines your success in relationships. The relationship you have right now, if you don't like it, it's because of your self-esteem. That's what attracted it in the first place. And in order to change your relationship now, either the current one you're in, or if you're a divorcee and you're watching me and you're wondering, how can you correct the errors of before? It's about placing value on yourself. That's why I told you this story of my childhood. You need to place value on yourself to the point that the husband, the in-laws, the whoever that's looking down on you now is going to come back and say, wow, surely God is with you. You can do it. You can work on yourself. My Bible tells me that we can do all things through Christ.
Through Christ,
and like I told you, I wasn't even a believer as a child, taking those words of affirmation and positivity and simply running with it. Because what you focus your mind on is what you gravitate towards. It's what you move towards. So if you keep focusing on the negativity around, or the negative feedback, or the negative impression someone has of you, you're never going to be able to rise above that. You're never going to be able to rise above that. No matter what anybody thinks about you, that's their opinion. As long as it's not your opinion, that's not your final result.
Sure.
It's their opinion. Someone thinks you're a failure. Someone thinks, oh, you had a useless part. You slept around. Hey, Rahab is the grandmother of Jesus Christ. Even David refused to allow murder to be the end of his story.
Exactly.
So whatever
we need the truth. Now, we need the truth. Sure. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you're going through, even if it was your fault. I'm saying to you today, you can choose to shake off that shackle and shake off that shame and shake off the guilt. You know, these are the two traps that destroy self-esteem. Guilt, shame. Shake it off and say, no, I choose to believe. Once I'm alive, this is one of the things I wrote down. The fact that you are alive to see today is a sign to you. And that you're hearing me today is a sign to you that your future is all right. I'm telling you, no matter what you're seeing now, your future is so glorious. The more messed up your past is, that's how glorious your future is.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
The more messed up it was, the more messed up your story is, the more messed up your psyche is because of what people said and did to you. You know, you just feel, you know, beat up and down. It's because of your glorious future, and you must choose to believe that light in darkness.
Powerful.
Because the major source of low self-esteem, honestly, like I've explained, is relationships.
You're
What
right,
kind of
sis.
relationship were you raised in?
Hmm.
What kind of
Hmm.
family environment did you grow up in? What kind of schools did you go to? Who did you hang around as a teenager? What college did you go? What university did you go? What environment? What culture? It was when I started living in Europe, I realized how much of disservice the former culture I was raised did to my life. Praise
We don't even
the
want to
Lord.
go into that right now.
I'm going to that, don't worry.
Oh my God.
But you're doing a beautiful job, Dr. Adiola.
Oh my God.
God is using you. I'm
Oh,
very proud of what
we are
you're doing.
trying. We are trying our best. We are
I'm very
trying our
proud of what
best.
you're
We
doing.
need
I'm
to.
very
We need
proud.
to. Thank you so much, ma. Thank
I'm
you.
very proud
Thank
of what
you.
you're doing. You don't know. You don't
Wow.
even know. I mean, I follow you. You don't know. I told you one day, I said you inspire me. What you're doing. I wish I knew Dr. Adeola 30 years ago.
Wow. Oh my
Because then I
God.
wouldn't have felt like, a crazy one. They called me crazy. They called me too no. But it's the truth. It's the truth.
But
You
you're
are.
so right. But you're so right, Pastor Ruckey. What you're saying about what your experience in the past determines how great you would be, how bad the experience could be. You know what I've experienced too as a
I
child.
remember, yes, your
You
story.
understand?
Yes.
I shared it with you,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I realized that most of these things, challenges we go through, definitely is meant to shape on us if we would
Yes.
allow it. If we would
Yes.
allow those challenges, if we would work on ourselves, if we would help ourselves, we can't just continue wallowing in self-pity, trying
Yes.
to, pity parties and all. You have to rise
Yes.
up and work and put in the work and ensure that you're ready to face what the world, change the world by your own mistakes you've made, whether
Absolutely.
it's a personal mistake or the things that people did to you. You need to be ready to work and then put in the work and face the world and change the world for good, really, honestly.
Yes.
So what you're
Absolutely.
saying is actually right. It's very, very correct.
I'm proud of your platform, Dr. A. I'm telling you, because of the
Thank you so
nature
much,
with which
ma.
you're operating. It's very
Thank you so
powerful. It's
much,
very
ma.
necessary for women, especially, and men too. I mean, I can't say more men, unlike you. I can't say more men than women.
Oh,
I'm
really?
very grateful for that. I'm very, very
Wow.
grateful. I want to work with more women, but I'm very grateful that I'm able to counsel and mentor men, because they really need that as well. This kind of liberating truth to know how women are really and what's going on with women. So ladies, if you're there and you're going through a bad marriage, it doesn't define you. That's the first thing I want you to know. That bad marriage is not you. It was just something you got into because of the state of your emotional life then. And if you can reprogram, what I always say to my counselees is, you need to restore factory settings, the divine factory setting. And what's the divine factory setting? You are beautiful. You are a daughter of the King of all the earth, the owner of the world, the owner of the 1,000 cattle, or the cattle on the 1,000 hills, the silver, the gold, everything on earth actually rightfully belongs to you. You don't lack. It doesn't matter what it looks like. If you can begin to have a right narrative of who you are, that works on your self-esteem from the spiritual level, which is the place you need to start. You need to realign yourself with your creator. You need to realign yourself with the original purpose of your creator, that when he created you, he said you were good and you were created for his pleasure. So you were not created for pressure. This pressure I'm going through is a sign to me. You need to tell yourself that I need to move from pressure to pleasure. Something needs to give way. I need to move from this pressure into pleasure, because my life is meant to give pleasure to my creator. I'm meant to add color to what he already created, which is beautiful. Every time we go through pleasure, it may not be relationship, it may be financial, it may be health or whatever. It's an opportunity for us to evolve if we have the right self-esteem. I really love this this topic, about self-esteem. So I've talked about how trauma early in life can contribute
Affect
to
self-esteem.
self-esteem. I've also talked about your interpersonal relationships or family relationships. I've talked about how marriage does not define you. It does not. What defines you is who you really are. And I'm telling you, in case you don't know who you are, that you're beautiful, you are special, you're smart, you're intelligent. Even if you didn't go too far in school, you are intelligent because you have the mind of God. You have the mind that created the world living in you. If you're a child of God, you have that already. You just need to activate it. You just need to allow it flow by what you meditate on and what you focus on. And you can't allow it flow if you focus on negativity. So if you're in a relationship that constantly introduces negativity to you, you need to consciously, emotionally separate yourself. That's the first thing I tell those I counsel. If you're in a verbally abusive relationship, for example, as soon as the person begins their tirade, you can allow yourself to be excused from that place. You can let them know, I'm sorry, this is not me. This is not the kind of discussion we should have. I realize you're upset now. Let's talk when you can talk respectfully. You can say that, women, especially women in certain regions of the world, you should not tolerate disrespect. I'm not saying be rude. I'm not saying come off as a nag or as bossy or anything, but there's a way you can talk to the king in a man. You can tell him, my darling, this is the angry you speaking now. Can we please have this discussion again when you are calmer? There's a way you can talk to a man to get him to return to who he really should be. But the problem with women, and I'm happy that we're talking mostly to women because this is the problem I have in counseling, is women are emotional means over emotional. And so when a man is talking rudely to you because you haven't separated yourself emotionally from the abuse, you merge yourself, you own the abuse, you own the man's problem. So if a man is rude or disrespectful, it's not because of you. It's because he is rude. No matter what you do, he can talk to you respectfully. So when you allow someone to talk to you disrespectfully, women who are, this is how I counsel them, is because deeply you believe that you're worthless.
Wow.
Probably because you already had that experience before. It's become your narrative. So you're just upset, you get emotional, you start to shout back, you know, because then you get defensive, you want to protect yourself and all of that. But if you have a healthy self-esteem, and you know that, I know that you're very blessed to have me as your wife. And in case you don't know it, I mean, that I'm talking about what you tell yourself. If someone is disrespecting you and your husband, and you're just thinking, I'm a very beautiful treasure that you have here. And you're talking to me right now shows that you're not actually acting in the right sense. It's another spirit. Another spirit has come.
Wow.
Do you get? Another spirit has come. Because if you're in your right senses, this is you're talking to yourself. You're counseling yourself to calm yourself down. If you're in your right senses, you know that I'm a daughter of the Most High. You know that I am here to be your helpmeet. You need me for your journey of success and progress. You know I'm your number one prayer warrior. You won't be talking to your greatest stakeholder like that. So this is not you. I'm just going to speak to the you that I know.
Oh my God, this is powerful. Wow.
Calm down. These are the things I do, you know, in counseling. Women, calm down. God looked at Adam and said that he will not amount to much. He can't go far. He needs help. We are the help. We are the help means we're powerful. An average man knows. I told you I'm privileged to counsel more men. An average man knows women are powerful. They know that. And that's why when women start to show a pugnacious attitude, a fight mode, then the man wants to come on strong because you're threatening is, you know, male ego.
Yeah, sure.
But a wise woman disarms the man with respectful talk. And you can only respect someone because you respect yourself. You see what I'm saying? So when someone is abusing you and you return abuse for abuse, it's because deeply you believe. It's a trigger. It's a trigger in something that's been your narrative. So it just hits a raw nerve that's always been there. that, oh, not again, oh, not again, oh, not again, you know, because I counsel those with anger issues. It's always a root that has to be healed. Because if you have self-esteem, at the very best, even when someone begins to really abuse you and refuses to stop, you can physically remove yourself from their presence just to let them know. Tell them, please, I'm going to have to excuse you until you calm down. We will talk again, and go to another room, for example. You won't match them, you know, decibel for decibel, or even raise your voice higher, because you know that you're a queen. Queens don't shout. Queens don't fight.
Queens don't shout. Wow.
No. You know, you're calm based on your knowledge of who you are. Your calmness comes from, you can't be disrespecting a queen and they're shouting back. You understand me?
Of course.
You insult a king, they know that husband, I told the guy once, I said, if you keep abusing your wife, you can as well stop praying, because my Bible says your prayer will not be answered. The woman said, Pastor, thank you for that weapon. Next time he gets angry, I'll just tell him, you can't be talking anyhow to me, because you know your prayer will not be answered.
Oh my God.
You know your prayer will not be answered. You have to know who you are, women. We have to know who you are. That the self-estimation has to come from who God made you to be. Yes, queens don't shout. You don't shout. You don't scream. You strategize based on who you know yourself to be. You know who you are. So you don't allow what the craziness around you. So not just your husband. For example, also another thing that really works women on the wrong side, like I talked earlier, is when other women are trying to undermine them. You know, it may be their sister-in-law or their mother-in-law or whatever. And I say the same thing again. Know your position and secure your position by being calm. Wage a very intelligent, emotionally intelligent warfare. If a mother-in-law is a problem, love her. Refuse to be rude, because then you're giving her more weapon. Refuse to fight on her level. Prayerfully look for ways to diffuse, you know, the tension. If someone keeps saying, you're stupid, you're mad, you're doing it. It is well, ma. Do it today.
Wow.
Tomorrow, do it. Next tomorrow, they'll say, when we shout, all you say is it is well. Yes, ma, because it is well, ma.
Powerful.
For example, you have to diffuse tension based on your self-esteem. When you're shouting back, it's because the baby in you is still crying for attention.
The Karama said something now. Said she tried that with her ex-mom-in-law. It didn't work. She said she tried that with it didn't work.
Really? Well, like I always say, thanks for that comment. Like I always say, I speak in generalizations. There will always be exceptions to the rule.
Sure, there will be.
Thank you for that comment. It's true. There will always be, you know, those mom-in-laws
outliers.
We call them in-laws from hell. But then again, there's nothing prayers, you know, and your own positive self-esteem cannot overcome. And anyway, there are some relationships, I don't want to talk about that because I never advocate divorce. There are some relationships that you need expert help. That's what I would say on this platform. You will have to get outside or professional help, you know, counseling, in order to know how to proceed. So some of the things I say here might not apply to you. How do women deal with those mother-in-laws? She should be smiling, but she was destroyed by me. Well, you see, if the mother-in-law succeeds in destroying the marriage, it's because I do premarital counseling, and one of my passion in premarital counseling is to explain to both the man and the woman that once they are married, even their parents have become third parties. You see, so in that case, it must have been your husband's fault. If he was able to be influenced, I don't know the whole of the story, so I'm going to say that very carefully. But if anybody is influenced by their in-laws, if their marriage is influenced by their in-laws, it's because there was no proper severance, you know, of whoever it was, whose parents it was, from their parents. And even the Bible says, for this reason, the man shall leave his father and his mother to cleave, and the woman shall leave to cleave. So there was no proper living and cleaving. In the case, yes, in a place where in-laws, you know, were able to succeed in destroying the marriage, there was never really a true living to cleave, you know. So if this is your problem, if there's anyone going through in-law issues, you want to be looking at, is your husband or your wife truly separated from their background? And I'm talking about emotional, you know, and spiritual separation. The Bible says if that does not happen, you can't be truly married. You know, you can't be truly married. And yeah, so I have 3 things, if you permit me, Dr. Adeola, that I wanted to share with people. 3 points about what to know. I don't know how long I have. I want to
you
be
can share. Just that once it's 1 hour, we'll end and then we'll start again. Once it's 6 o'clock. This is 5 minutes to 6. Should we end and start again so that we don't cut? I mean, we don't have to. The Instagram will not shut us up.
Shut up. Okay. I think so.
So this is 5 minutes to. I think I started around 10 minutes past 5 or 5 minutes past 5. We have 10 more minutes.
10 more
so
minutes.
Should we? Are we going to be able to share within?
New. It's better. So
all right. Okay. She's going to share 3 points for all. I mean, she still wants to share some more points with us today. 3 more points, important points that we need to ensure that we have good self-esteem in our marriages. I hope that is what you're about to share, Pastor Ruckey.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to end the session now and start again so that we won't be cut off while she's doing that. So please, guys, try and join again, please, if you want to continue with this powerful message. Okay, yes. Someone is saying, please end and start before she starts talking. Of course, it's even me, I'm getting goosebumps. Dr. Yaba said she was getting good bumps the other time. I was honestly, so I can see how she's making comments. I'm learning a lot. I've been jotting. It's been powerful. Yes. So I'm going to end and start again. All right. See you guys soon. Pastor Ruckey, all right. Bye.
Thank you.